Hey everybody, welcome to another day in our Form and Function series. We are going to hit up a HIIT day today. So that means that we have high intensity interval training. We're going to be hitting up core and then cardio and then letting our heart rate settle again so that we can spike it again. So we're going to be on a timer, 30 seconds sets, just running, no transition time. We'll be having 4 rounds of 2 different exercises, and we'll go from there. So join me on your hands and knees. Spread your fingertips nice and wide, slide your shoulder blades down, and then tuck your elbows back towards your knees. Stay with your toes turned under. It's okay if you're in shoes. I'm just going to go with a little bit of barefoot fun today. Give my feet some time to just take the pressure and bounce and work on their own. So I want you to bring your shoulders all the way up over your fingertips, and then you're going to hinge back down with your hips over your toes. And what I want you to think about is your pelvis. So as you're hinging forward and back, what goes on with your pelvis? So our core controls the pelvis so that it stays in alignment, right? So a lot of times we're going to end up with a tilt in our pelvis pushing forward if we don't have much core strength and core health. So we want to find that position where our pelvis can stay in neutral. And you do that by having a good foundation of the core. So it's not like you're walking around all day with your belly flexed and you're, sucking your belly button back, but it's that overall flexion all the way wrapping around the core and the torso. That is what we do want to keep so that we can get our posture set in the right place. And then from there, our back, our joints, knees, even all the way down into your elbows and hands will feel better. So come to your hands and knees now. Spread your hands further away. Curl your toes under. Go up into your downward facing dogs. Press your chest back toward your thighs. Feel free to adjust your feet however you need or pedal your knees if that feels good for you. See if you can hide your heels behind your toes. So then drive those heels down to the ground. You might feel a little extra stretch through the hamstrings and the calves. And tighten just a little bit deeper into the core, and then you're going to lift and lower. Your right leg will go 5, 4, 3. Can you keep pushing evenly into both hands, arms, and then the other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Okay, we're going to flip over onto our back and gear up for our first set of exercises. So we're going to go 30 seconds of a runner sit-up. So make sure that low back pushes into the ground. Your elbows start bent, and then it's basically like you're running or sprinting. So if you think about running, if you're standing, but we're going to go all the way down, come all the way back up, trying to attach your opposite elbow to knee. If that doesn't work for you, if you need to keep your head on the ground, then just set up into your dead bug. You'll extend your opposite arm and leg, pulling tight across that core and head up there. After you're done with your runner sit up or your dead bug, we're going to hold a boat pose for 30 seconds. So in your boat, just get your shins about parallel to the ground, scoop the belly, tuck it in tight. Arms will just come out in front. And then you kind of find that little sweet spot with how far back you lean. So you have to activate a little bit deeper in through your belly. If you find any pressure in the low back, feel free to kind of grab behind your thighs and really focus on digging deeper through your pelvic floor muscles and around your core. Okay, so if your low back hurts, usually it's your body telling you that your core isn't flexed adequately. So we need the support of the core. Okay, runner sit-ups. Here we go. 30 seconds. Or you're in your dead bug. You're here for time, so you can go a little faster. I'm going to go kind of a mid-pace because I really want to feel that low back press into the mat as I lift and as I lower. I'm going to be going 4 rounds of each, 5 seconds. Okay, bring your body up and hold into that boat. Try to get your shins parallel to the ground. Grab tight through that core, round into the back. Flex the belly. A lot. Halfway there. Hold strong and tight. Shove your shoulders down away from the ears. You got it. Stay strong. And time. Back to our runner. Should be a little tougher this time. I'm going to just rotate side to side. Stay flexed. Try to hit that low back into the ground. 3, 2, and 1. Find your boat. Make sure you're in the core. So if you're just getting a lot of hip flexor, that means that you're not relying on your core. You're just trying to get the move done. So flex into the belly first and most. Stay with it. 7 seconds. Okay, and then we're going to go back into our runner sit-up. Set 3. Same thing here. If as you fatigue, or maybe even from the beginning, if you need to grab behind that thigh like you're doing with the boat, if you need, that's totally fine. You're just lowering to your point of no return. Try your best to not start swinging your arms. Okay, back to your boat. Whew. Flex it in. Tighten through that core. Space between ears and shoulders. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh. Okay, back to our runner sit-ups. Tighten that low belly. Try not to forget your twist at the top. I sometimes even forget about it. Check in as you lower down here. Try not to arch up and throw, right? As we fatigue, you're going to start to find the easiest way to get there. And we want to sit into the toughest way. Flex it up. Hold it tight. I'm getting tired. For sure. Belly holds firm. Tuck it in. Flex it up. You've got it. All the way around the core. Feel like that whole torso is tightening in, and we made it. Okay, we're going to give ourselves a little stretch, and then we're going to have our high intensity set. So we're going to be doing squat thrusts, which is okay, put your hands on the ground, or you can do elbows. This is too much. Flex your glutes so you can protect your low back and just get that stretch through the front of the belly. Okay, squat thrust is a burpee without a push-up. Doing that for 30 seconds. And then our second high intensity move or plyometric move is a little less intense. And I did that on purpose so that we can grab back into full intensity. So we'll be in a jumping jack, and then we'll go back to our squat thrust. So if you don't squat thrust, which is basically a jumping plank up and down, I'm going to have you hinge and jump, hinge and jump. If you don't jump, it's not a problem. Hinge, reach, hinge, reach. Faster you go, faster your heart rate will get up. Same with your jumping jacks. If you need to just tap, that's totally fine. Try to keep it nice and fast. Okay, here we go. Ready, set, and squat thrust. Make sure that the shoulders land right on top of your wrists, and try to jump back so you're in that plank position. Butt flexes, belly flexes, You're not losing your hips bobbing down. Time. All right. Jumping jacks. Still hold that core strong. Your pelvis still neutral. Scan the body. Figure out how your back, okay, squat thrust, how your back gets involved. Your triceps, core, glutes, inner outer thighs, calves, stretching through the bottoms of the feet. Time. Back to jumping jacks. Tighten under that rib cage. Okay, back to squat thrust. Set 3. Five seconds. Jumping jacks. Tighten the core. Lift the chest. Okay, last set. 5 seconds. Whew. Jumping jacks. Strong back, strong core, glutes, legs, arms. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Whew. Well done. Take a little down dog, stretch those calves, and then we move on into our next set of core. Take your left foot, wrap it around your right ankle, and then push back to that thigh, and then switch up. Wrap your right foot around your left ankle. Check in with the neck and shoulders. Relax down your spine. Okay, we're going to be hitting up a wiper plank to a side plank to a wiper to the other side. So 2 sides on your wipers. So we'll end up with 2 each leg and then 2 each side on our side plank. So you're going to take those wide, big fingertips, spread out hands, push into your thumb and first finger. Check in with those elbows. Pull back so that your elbows point back at your knees and you engage through the upper back. Then you'll take your left knee, draw it into your right elbow, then your left elbow. right elbow, right elbow, left. Then we'll go into a side plank on your elbow. If you want to try your hand, you're welcome to. I may a couple times, see how it goes, since we'll be on our hand anyway, but there's a good chance the wrist is going to want to break by then, and that's fine. So if a plank doesn't work for you, you're going to stay on all fours, well, all threes. One leg's going to hang out and also do that wiper. So draw it into the elbow, side to side. Again, if you're focusing on your flexion, you'll definitely get it. Then you can do a supported side plank here. Maybe lift the leg, maybe not. If that doesn't work, you're going to come all the way up off the ground, extend, and crunch. So you're going to just do a standing oblique crunch. Then you'll go back to the ground, do your knee on the other side, go from there. Okay, ready, set, and go. Plank, draw one knee in, and then go elbow to elbow. So try to keep the knee as far up toward your elbows as possible. Tighten that belly button under. And as you tuck the knee side to side, that's when you're going to get into those transverse muscles. Okay, side plank. So I was rolling my left foot, so I'm going to go to my left side. It's what feels natural, but whatever you want, totally up to you. Stack shoulders, stack hips. Use the strength of your legs to help hold support. Wrap all the way around the core, and then find that oblique. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to the front. Now the other leg. Whew. 1. I don't know why I'm counting, but hey, why not? I'd lose my number soon anyway, as we all know. Stay with it. Flex in. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Other side. Stack it up. Suction cup your palm if you're on your palm. Stack those shoulders. Open the chest. Wrap all the way around that trunk. Back to the front. Second time on the first side. Wiper plank or from your hands and knees. Try to move your foot with your knee. So the pendulum swinging from your hip, your foot is moving also. 2 and 1. Oh. Side plank. Feel that core. This is where the heat and the sweat build. All that flexion. 10 seconds. All right, then we're going to take our front plank again. Whew. Second time on your wiper. Wiping that windshield down. Dig in deep. Find those flexions. Push into it. I'm tired too. 10 seconds. Side plank. Last time. Flex in. Scan the body. Make adjustments where needed. Time. Whew. Okay, enjoy another quick child's pose, and then we're back into a cardio set. So we're going to do jump lunges and lateral taps. Okay, so jump lunges, and a lunge, and jump, switching side to side. Try to get range. Even though you might move slower, you'll actually get the heart rate higher because it forces a lot more work and explosion. You have to flex more and explode. If you're not jumping, then you lunge, tuck, tuck. Then you'll lateral tap with us. A little more slightly chill. Then you'll do the other side. Lunge, tuck. Okay, let's go back. We're on our jump lunges. Mary Catherine's. Line those knees and toes. Check in with your core. Try to keep your feet hip width, 10 seconds. Time. Okay, extend one leg, tap with the other. Shuffle and tap. You got it. Always strong through the core. Go whatever pace feels good for you. Time. Back to our jump lunges. Five seconds. Time. Lateral taps. Get in that lateral direction. You got it. Stay in the moment. Don't worry about what's coming. Jump lunges. 10 seconds. Should have shaky legs, high heart rate. Settle a bit. Three, two, one. Here we go. Eleven seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Your back is flat. Hips are back. Lock your core. 12 seconds. time. Good work. Whew. Okay, back into our core. Phew. Tug those knees in a second. Okay, what we're doing is a scissor twist. So, legs are going to be straight up, flexed. Try to get them as straight as you can. They may look a little more like this, so your crunch may look a little more like a bicycle. But again, biggest thing, push that low back down. So already find that flexion low back into the ground. Keep your legs straight as you can. Then resting head and hands, you're going to twist opposite elbow to the knee. So bring your leg all the way back up to meet the other before you drop and twist. Side to side, you're using the front, always stable. Pelvic floor, I always go this way because that starts from your crotch and you're tucking it up and then wrapping that rib cage around. Then you're going to keep your legs straight up and push just straight through the heels. So this is not a butt up. We're not trying to get your hips as far off the ground as possible. You're just trying to feel that little lift. If in the scissor twist, you need to keep your head on the ground, just drop and lift and drop and lift. And I would even challenge you, maybe tap in those hands on the abdomen, those transverse muscles. Okay, ready, go. Tap in there and check. Can you feel flexion through those abs? Get it where you want it. I'm not impressed by just moving through the moves. Getting through, checking off your time super fast. Slow down, flex deep. Okay, keep your legs still, push straight up. You can keep your hands up and see if you're able to push without using that arm flexion on the ground. Maybe check both though. See what facilitates a better low belly grab. Again, don't worry about how high you get because that usually means your feet have to rock more back toward your head. Okay, back to scissors. I more want you to feel that low belly contraction. Same here. What are you using to pull the leg back up? If you're not sure, you want to be finding the low abdomen and your transverse abdominis, which are on the side, front. So not your oblique, not your rectus abdominis, but on the side, front. Okay, heel press. Maybe you don't even press your heels up at all. Maybe it's just finding that flexion. You have to force and find the grab where you want it. We usually build in the top first, which is fine. All right, back to your, what are these called? Scissor twists. Building from the top is fine, but we need those lower abs, that pelvic floor, for sure, to keep our pelvis in place, especially while we're sitting. You never knew sitting was supposed to be active, but if you can make it active, you're going to stay healthier. Okay, heel press. You're not going to become a bump on a chair, but a healthy, happy, strong human being on a chair. When I focus, holy cow. Keep pressing. Whew. All right, tighten in. Here we go. Last round. See if you can keep the legs flexed and straight. As I roll side to side, I can feel those back muscles we worked yesterday. Oh my goodness. My abs are just about fried. 2 and 1. Heel press. Tighten in. Flex deep. Oh, focus. Time. Whew. All right. Let's sit up. Grab on the outsides of your knees and round. Those little heel presses, I've had many people ask, what's the point? They're so annoying, barely moving. But as you stick with them, okay, now lift up, pull your chest towards your knees. Sit nice and tall. Still grab that belly. But then they stick with it, and then all of a sudden, it connects. Okay, cross your right ankle on top of your left knee, but stay seated. So walk your left foot back toward your thigh. Plant your hands on the ground, open the chest. Push that right knee away from you. You can stay where you're at, or lift the hip up off the ground, hips, and let your knee drop down. Kind of open that hip flexor a bit. All right, we'll reverse our direction. So stay up, cross your left ankle on top of your right knee. Let that left knee drop open. And then drop your hips. And pull your heel in, walk your hands in. Wherever you like that stretch, flex that lifted foot. All right, and then release. Stretch out over those front legs, or straight legs, front legs. Bring your arms nice and high, and then extend over. Maybe if you're not reaching your toes or feet, you can grab a strap or a band or a towel or a shirt. Something that'll help give you a little bit of pull, assistance. So just like holding weights or dumbbells, bands adds resistance. Also getting some assistance with some stretch will help improve your range and progress. Left ear, left shoulder. Stretch through the neck. Right ear, right shoulder. And then take the soles of your feet, put them together. So you're in your butterfly stretch. Interlace your hands around those toes. Lift up nice and high. This was our stretch from our last series, I think. So hopefully you've been able to maintain. Ideally, another time throughout your day, you would take 5 to 10 minutes. Doesn't need to be long. Sometimes if we think we need to do 20 to 30 minutes or an hour of something, it won't really happen. But even just a short period of time, something is better than nothing. 1 minute is better than nothing. So stretch, roll. Could even have a little plan in your calendar. Monday is a butterfly stretch. Tuesday is a pigeon. Twist over that leg. Wednesday is a hip flexor stretch. And then the other way. Thursday is a roll. Friday's back. Saturday shoulders. Sunday neck. Look at that. Something little every day. Just create systems and habits. I know it's easy for me to say this is my job, but it wasn't always my job. I used to have to force it in and fit it in. But as you know, you always feel better if you make it happen. All right, let's stand up, hinge over those legs, just a forward fold. All right, you all are fantastic. Keep up the good work. I will see you next time.